Alright, so now we're going to finish off our factoring journey with grouping. So the principle behind grouping is that instead of tackling the whole expression, we can kind of group it into a few expressions, and if we find a common factor in both of them, we can take that out. So it's much better understood in practice, so let's look at the first example. What we can do is, instead of thinking of this as a whole expression, we can group it. So we can group these into twos. We can group into a cubed plus a squared b, and we can group it into ab squared plus b cubed. Now with this, let's try factoring each expression individually. Well, we have a GCF, so and over here it's a squared, so we have a squared times a plus b. And this one, the GCF is b squared, so we have b squared times a plus b. And guess what? We have a common factor of a plus b. So now we can factor that thing out and see what's left, and we can factor that. So we have a plus b times a squared plus b squared. And that is our factorization over here. So now for the next one, this is to show you that grouping every way is not possible, right? Over here we kind of got lucky, we can just group it like that. Over here it's a little bit different. So if you just group it, the first two terms, the next two terms, you don't get any common factors. If you group the first and third terms together, second, fourth terms together, we don't get any factors either. But if we group the first and last term, and then the second and third terms, let's try seeing what happens. So what happens is we get 3x cubed minus 24, alright, this should be cubed, plus 17x squared minus 34x. So this becomes 3 times x cubed minus 8 plus 17 times x times x minus 2. Well, we can also notice something. The x cubed minus 8 is the difference of cubes. So we can factor that out as 3 times x minus 2 times x squared plus 4, 2x plus 4, plus 17x times x minus 2. And what do we have? We have a common factor of x minus 2, so we can pull that out. So x minus 2 times, well, it becomes 3 times x squared plus 2x plus 4, plus 17x. So this becomes x minus 2 times 3x squared plus 23x plus 12. This thing we could check factoring, but in the end it won't work. And this is our final answer. Now for the final question. The final question is also kind of simple. It's similar to the first one. You can actually group it any way you please almost, except the first and last and the second and third. So let's just group it on the first two terms and the last two terms. So we can have AW plus AX plus then BW plus BX. The first one we can factor out an A. The second one we can factor out a B. And what do you know? We have a common term of W plus X. So we factor that out and we're left with A plus B. And this is our factorization. And with this we have finished factorization.